Hey, good evening. Evening because past 1800 where I'm at in Washington State. So this is just a quick video. I know all my videos so far has been like 20 minutes long. That's too long. And you guys have no capacity to listen to me after about 30 seconds. So let's just make this really quick. No, it's not going to be a 10-second video. But, uh, okay, I get a lot of questions. I get a lot of comments on what I post. I don't normally do this, but for me, the purpose of me getting into these videos is to create an answer which is too long for me to type on a keyboard. Besides, this is unfiltered, uncharted waters, unedited rants that I like to do because what's on my head, and you can Google it, right? I'm not gonna send you guys links. I'm not gonna. If you guys believe in what you said and what you think is right, you don't need to validate my answer because you're gonna fight it off, right? It doesn't matter what link I send you or what the truth is because it wouldn't matter to most people out there now. They would rather believe a one sentence meme. Is that how you pronounce it? On Facebook or Instagram rather than read a book. So I'm challenging folks to read a book. Now, all of these information I'm going to provide you are all factual, right? I can't keep up because I would like to go back to my old job about creating videos for real estate because that's my job, really. But look, man, I am very passionate with what I believe in, especially coming from a country that was in turmoil and being born back home in the Philippines, and now an opportunity to live a better life in America. And the stuff, the experiences, the years of what I went through in my career in the Navy is all because of what I believe in. So the knowledge that I have coming from all these years, look, if I'm talking about the American Philippine War in 1898, no, I didn't live that. I'm not that old. I'm old, but I'm not that old. But you can just see the passion that I want to transpose into a video. So hopefully you appreciate what I do here. I got like in the last 30 minutes, I get like 4 or 5 messages about why do you believe that let's just make this a little bit more diplomatic. Let's not just turn this into a ranting page. People are concerned that what I'm putting out is probably offset operational security invalidations, right? Because they think that I'm talking too much about some of this stuff. These are uh, and there's no security protocol regarding this because the enemy already knows what I'm putting out to you guys. So the concern is that my concern is that if we ever go on a ground invasion of Iran, it's gonna go against us. It's not gonna turn out right. It's not gonna be pretty. And people are questioning me. Oh, we've done it in Iraq. We've done it in Kuwait. We've done it in Venezuela. Uh, Folks, Iran is a different beast, folks. Uh, Iran, let's just start with the geopolitics on this. And then we're going to dive into the geography, right? The geopolitics dictates that every time you conduct an enterprise of foreign soil, that somebody needs to be blamed if it turns bad. We are going to be the aggressors, okay? What do we have? 2 Marine Expeditionary Units and an airborne division, about 8,000 men. An airborne division of roughly about 10,000, and the Marines that we have there is about 5,000, 3,500. Let's just say 5,000 Marines out of 2 Marine Expeditionary Units, 3,000 soldiers out of the 82nd Airborne. Now, they don't have everybody in the 82nd Airborne there now. What you have are like a few battalions and a few regiments, right? I don't even know which one's bigger. Regiment's bigger, right? I think they have 2 regiments out of 3, and which encompasses about 45 battalions. 4 to 5, not 425. 4 to 5 battalions. So again, correct me if I'm wrong. My army guys, my army troops, my army soldiers. Correct me if I'm wrong. So that's about 8,000 troops. When we were in Kuwait for Desert Shield, Desert Storm, we had 500,000 soldiers, plus the 82nd and 101st Airborne Division, and 25,000 Marines on board 7 MUs, 7 arms, amphibious ready groups, which we never used. Why it worked in 100 hours was because the Iraqis just took off for the north, and we did a left hook after we pre-positioned everybody in Saudi Arabia and the Persian Gulf, which we controlled totally. The United States Navy controlled the Persian Gulf, which was past the entry point of the Strait of Hormuz. Remember, Iran at that time were just sitting pretty. They were just looking. They were just licking their chops. Yeah, beat them up. Beat up Iraq. Beat up that knucklehead out there, led by Saddam Hussein. All right? Because they invaded Kuwait. We got to get them out. Now, Kuwait is flat. It's a desert. So all we had to do was rush in using an armored fist, which was the bread and butter of the United States Army at that time. We didn't even have to use the Navy. We didn't even have to use our Marines. We didn't have to use the Marines, which are in the Marine Expeditionary Units. We used the 2 Marine divisions that were on the ground. They were the ones that went right through Kuwait, while the army went around to the left hook, around Saudi Arabia, okay, to trap the Iraqi, how do you call it now? Republican Guards at that time. I think that's how it was called then, 35 years ago. It's been so long. I was barely in my 30s then. Now I'm old fart, right? So take it a step further. Iraqi freedom, you know? The mother of all, no, what was that? Shock and awe. Yeah. I was in my twilight year, my naval career at that time. So what did we do? We again pre-positioned our army units, this time in Kuwait. Now, we only used about 150,000 troops, but we still used an armored fist to punch right through, up the delta on the Euphrates River and the Tigris River, all the way up to, what's the capital of Iraq? No, not Tehran. What's the capital of Iraq? Baghdad, all the way to Baghdad. And it took us 20 years, and we lost. Now we have 2 Marine Expeditionary Units and a few regiments of the 82nd Airborne. And you want us to invade Iran. Let's talk about the geography. Iran is about 3.5 times the size of Iraq. Tehran is on the northern tip of the country. We are barely going through the Strait of Hormuz. Okay? Have you Google map the country of Iran? You don't have to go through an atlas now. It's so easy. Just go into Google. Please. Take a look at that land. It ain't flat, buddy. If you send the, the 2nd Mechanized Infantry Division up there, they're going to do about 20 miles in a week instead of 20 miles in an hour. No, ain't going to happen. How are we going to take over it? You want a fight with people. By the way, have you ever heard, I know Fox, and Newsmax, even the channel now, I don't even know. Go to all these right-wing led channels. They're going to say, even U.S. Navy Institute, the podcast that I listen to that gives me all this information, had said that 18,000 targets had been destroyed. 18,000 targets, people. 18,000 targets. And yet, we still have to hear these news channels that are biased towards the government, say that we've targeted the the Iranian Republican Guard. Any personnel in there, any of the short-range missiles that they've destroyed, all you hear are these hyperbolic lines from the secretary, Prick Keg Shit. What is that his name? Prick Keg Shit. All these hyperbolic lines saying that, oh, we will, those superlative adjectives that they use. But have they even lied about any Iranian Republican Guard personnel that they have killed, eliminated? No. Last check I did, they had 225,000 personnel. We're sending in 8,000 folks. They have been at war since the Crusade War in the 1400s, battling Christians and Catholics. They have disdained us since we've installed dictators to take over their land, to get a share of that oil revenue since the 1920s. We have supported a country. Now, granted, look, the Iranian regime is evil. They are massacring protesters. Such a kind of ironic. We're complaining that the protesters should take over while we're killing our own protesters at home. But anyway, okay, let's not even go there. So my point is, look, you want to invade a country that really hates us, go for it. We are worried about one WISO, a weapons system officer, which we sent the whole Air Force. We burned down, we destroyed 2 C-130s and 2 AH-6s, I think, to rescue one WISO. Well, if we ever invade Iran, you better get about 1 million body bags. That's what it's going to cost. See, I'm not pro-Iranian. Any dictatorial regime I disdain. Every dictatorial regime I disdain. Because I came from one. People ask me, what do you know? Well, what do you know? I lived in 14 years of martial law, buddy. So I don't need to go there. You need to go there. And my first day in America was boot camp. So don't question my patriotism. I'm just saying that if we ever go to war with this country, Americans will be bitching left and right. So, my dear President, you really want to do that? But who cares anyway? By 2028, we're going to be in a dictatorship, and every one of his supporters would be jumping up and down. So anyway, to our men and women out there, to everybody that are deployed, going on deployment, especially my very own United States Navy, it has been a pleasure. But before I say that line, thank you for what you do, because it allows us folks, retired folks, to now do what we like to do, what we love to do, because you do what you do. It has been a pleasure. Well, backtrack again. To our men and women, sons and daughters, brothers, sisters, husbands and wives, come on home. We all love you. It has been a pleasure, a privilege, and an honor to have served with you guys. Post.